and we welcome you to the Loomis Motor Speedway for Makita Truck Series race number 3. The third straight short track of the season. Due to a scheduling conflict, we will be in Watkins Glen later this season, but for now these 15 drivers are ready to go on this flat short track here in scenic Loomis, California. Let's go down trackside and see your starting lineup, see who's starting where. Last week's winner, Deon Scott, he's on pole and he starts next to Derek Umstadt. Ethan Bay and Jacob Stumpf, they are on row number 2. Row 3 is Carson Jacob and Derek Pemberton. Following after that is Zach Taylor and JJ Marco. Zach Taylor finished second last week. Mucciola and Dollarton start side by side 2 races in a row. Jake Booker and Grant Thomas there after that. Then it's Matt Steelman, the hometown hero, and Blake Roebuck. And rounding out the field is Jason Trost. Here we go, green flag in the air, and Deon Scott leads him down already. He's going to try to clear Umstadt already on lap number 1, and he's going to do it coming out of turn 4. Ethan Bay already going for second now. Side by side all the way back through this pack, everybody wants to get by Derek Umstadt. He's being ganged up on by everybody. Now Jacob Stumpf wants to take third from Umstadt. Now coming off of turn 2 as we go into turn 3, and there's a crash! Ethan Bay's around! And look at all the trucks involved! Jacob Stumpf's there, Derek Umstadt. I believe Nick Mucciola got a piece of that. Let's see again. Looks like Stumpf just ran over the 57, and we didn't even see that. Deon Scott was involved too. There's Zach Taylor, Carson Jacob, and Derek Pemberton. They're all involved. Oh my goodness. So already 4 laps in, and we're already under caution for a huge crash in turn 3. We'll be right back. Restart. Nick Mucciola and Jake Booker lead him down through 1 and 2. Booker's getting a really good run on the outside. In fact, he'll lead this time by. Oh, Mucciola drove in way hard. Steelman's going to slide by to the lead, and there's a truck in the wall. It's Blake Roebuck. Championship leader Blake Roebuck into the wall with Jake Booker. What has happened here? Looks like Mucciola tried to slide in on Jake Booker and ran them both wide. And Booker gets squeezed into the wall and ends up turning Blake Roebuck into the outside wall. And that is unfortunate for both of those teams. Not what they needed to see coming in the championship hunt. So under our second caution of the day, Roebuck and Booker get together. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Restart. Steelman leads Mucciola, Trost, and Dollarton. Trost already going for second past Mucciola. Nick fighting back on the outside though. Trost trying to edge ahead. They come off 2 and he gets into the back of Steelman. Steelman goes right back up into the field. Takes out Dollarton and Trost with him. Oh my goodness. Deon Scott goes around 2. Actually 3 really hard hits. 2 trucks that shouldn't have been involved in that. Trost with a lot of damage on the nose of his Ray Bestos Ford. There's Dollarton wrecked with Steelman. Those 2 have crashed into each other 2 races in a row. What happened there? And it just looks like Jason Trost got into Steelman, and Matthew couldn't get back under control and went right back up into the track and took out 2 other trucks that had nowhere to go. And then somebody ran over Deon Scott. There's Jason Trost, though, being towed back to the garage. They haven't been able to catch a break. Steelman and Dollarton, but we are under red flag. Grant Thomas is your leader, the beneficiary of that crash. So we will take a commercial break while they clean up from this wreck, and hopefully we'll be able to get back to racing soon. And there's Zach Taylor returning to the track. He had previously pulled off during the last caution. Here's your current running order, though, as we are under red flag. Grant Thomas leads JJ Marco, Ethan Bay, Jacob Stumpf, and Carson Jacob as the top 5. Booker, Mucciola, and Scott, they are all in the lead lap. Roebuck is 9th, 1 down. He will get the free pass here, as Umstadt is also 1 lap down, as that team just can't seem to catch a break when it comes to crashes. But Pemberton also down 1 lap. Trost, Steelman, and Dollarton, they are all out from that last crash. Zach Taylor currently down 5 laps after returning, but he will leapfrog those cars on the next green flag run if he's out long enough. Here we go, though. Restart. Grant Thomas leads JJ Marco. Whoa, Ethan Bay gets sideways, and look at this move by JJ Marco to steal the lead. He muscled his way past the 20, and now Stumpf goes after second. Look at this hornet's nest back here. Carson Jacobs going to take third down. Grant Thomas dropping like a rock since the restart. 3-truck breakaway at the front as Mucciola tries to take it. Stump all over Marco for the lead now. Whoa! Deon Scott gets into Nick Mucciola. They all hit coming off turn 2. Mucciola into the door of Scott. Look at this dive by Carson Jacob. He heads into the wall. Now it's a 2-truck battle for the lead. Stump all over Marco, and he's going to get into him. Marco up the track. Stump to the lead with 3 to go. Marco now trying to retaliate. Can't do it. Jacob Stump is cleared, pulling away with 2 to go. Now, Jacob Stump coming around to take the white flag. Lap truck out of the way. Jacob Stump all clear, and there's a crash. Deon Scott's hard into the wall. Coming to the line, though. Jacob Stump wins. JJ Marco second. Carson Jacob third. And Deon Scott and Nick Mucciola wrecked hard coming to the finish. Oh my goodness. Safety vehicles already there attending to them. Scott can't even get out of his truck as he's driver's side up against the wall. Whew, let me catch my breath there. That was incredible for that finish. Let's look at, what caused this crash. Looks like Jake Booker got into Ethan Bay. Bay slid up and turned Mucciola, and then it was all on from there. Grant Thomas just happened to be involved with that. This is the move, though, that got JJ Marco the lead. Look at Stump got into Bay, and then Marco muscled his way past all 3 of them. And then here is the move that got Stump the lead as he just got his nose on the inside of Marco. Marco, when they went down into 3, tried to retaliate and get it back, but he couldn't get a run on the inside of the 16. There's your winner, Jacob Stump. After a struggle of the first 2 races, they get a hard-earned victory. The official results, Stump beats Marco. Great run for Carson Jacob in 3rd, Ethan Bay 4th, and Blake Roebuck comes back with a top 5 after being a lap down. Booker and Thomas, they are the last trucks in the lead lap. Umstadt, Pemberton both 1 down. Nick Mucciola credited with 10th place due to that last lap crash. And Deon Scott came in tied for the points lead. Obviously, he's not going to leave with it. He ends up 11th. Zach Taylor down 6 laps in 12th. Steelman, Dollarton, and Trost all failed to finish. Here's your current championship standings, though. Blake Roebuck with a 5-point lead over Scott and Booker. Carson Jacob back 7. Grant Thomas back 9. Those are your top 5. Mucciola, Marco, Bay, Pemberton, and Stump, they are all very close for the bottom of the top 10. And of course, your bottom 5 in the standings. Jason Trost just hasn't been able to catch a break. Zach Taylor, Umstadt, Dollarton, Steelman, much like the same. So we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast. It was an action-packed short track here on the west coast of California. Congrats to Jacob Stump and that entire Papa John's number 16 team. We'll see you next time with more Makita Truck Series action. Thanks for watching.